The fifth race on the cards is the Glenfargus Cross Country Chase over 3 mile and 6. You're going to see a few horses in here that ran in the National last year, some with pretty strong form throughout, so these are horses that should be prominent quite in this market. I can see this race going the way of Ireland. I can't see many English horses, if any, getting into this. The favourite is currently 3-1 for Gordon Elliott, and that's Cause of Causes. Second in the Grand National last year. He had a pipe opener really in a 2-mile-5 at Leopardstown this month, so over a lot shorter distance, so there's no point looking into that form because it's completely over the wrong distance. You can put a line straight through it. As I mentioned, second in the National last year to 1 for Arthur, so it's not going to have any problems with the distance or the stamina, any stamina issues or any ground issues. He did win this race by 9 lengths last year for Bless the Rings, who we will cover off later, who does reoppose again today. The second one in here, one of our other colleagues within the Dirty Punters has something for this horse really. He's one of his favourite horses, and this is Tiger Roll for Gordon Elliott at 5-1. He won the JT McNamara last year here, beating Missed Approach by 3 lengths. He's been back over this distance in December and finished 5th from 9. For me, he's got place claims at best. I can't see him winning the race. I wouldn't be surprised if a few of the horses that we cover off actually beat Tiger Roll, but again, like I said earlier, you can never quite rule off a Gordon Elliott horse. Another one just to touch is for Edna Bolger. First time we'll mention him, but we always mention Edna when it comes to the Glenfargus and Cross Country Chasers, and this is at 11-2, a 10-year-old, and this is Josie's Orders. He's got form over 3 miles. He was second at Punchestown, the third here behind Bless the Wings and Cantlow, and second behind Auvergnat, who we'll cover off in a moment, at Punchestown this month. The form ties in with the distance and the race. He's got course form here as well. So Josie's Orders at 11-2. There is that bit of each way, only just, but I'm not quite sure that I'd be taking it, to be perfectly honest. Edna Bolger has another runner in here at 7-1. This is the horse that I'd probably be backing for the race, an 8-year-old in Auvergnat. He won at Punchestown earlier in February, and the form's been well advertised as above, as I've just mentioned. He did this last year, however, winning the same race at Punchestown and coming here, but he finished 4th last year. He fell in November at the 11th fence, so it's difficult to see exactly what was achieved there. He normally makes the frame when completing and jumping around. Serial offender when it comes to racing at Cheltenham, so for me he does look ridiculously overpriced at 7-1. I'd have expected this horse to be closer to 3s, maybe 5s at best. So for me it's 7s each way value there, and that's who I'd be backing in this race. As we mentioned, Bless the Wings also runs here at 13-year-old at 8-1 for Gordon Elliott. It's hard to assess, he's getting harder to assess now that he gets that a little bit older. He's pulled up twice in November and December before winning here. In December at 12-1, so he was only 12s because of the pull-up form. He did beat Cantlow and Josie's Orders, so again you can see that there's quite a fair bit of form to that. He was second last year, but others are preferred for me this time round. One horse that I just want to cover off at 10-1, a friend of mine again has got shares in this horse with Kim Bailey, and this is the Last Samurai. I managed to get on Last Samurai at 20-1 the other week, when phoning up to get it because it wasn't in the market for this race, but this was the Kim always wanted it to come into this, and the owners were looking at the Gold Cup, so he finally got his way to get it into this race. It came here last week, so the week beginning the 19th of February, just for people looking back. They had a schooling session over here, and he loved the fences, so that's why they put it into the race. He's got an entry, like I say, into the Gold Cup, but this is the preferred target. Ran in the National for the last 3 years, so he's got stamina on his side, so there's not going to be a problem there. He ran here in the Cotswold Chase, and he was 4th in January behind Definitely Red, American and Bristol Dubai. He just got beaten for pace, really, turning off the final turn, coming back up the hill. So if he can settle a bit better and stay prominent, then he could be very good in here. But Definitely Red was a very easy win of the Cotswold that day. Cause of Causes is likely to be the ride of Jamie Codd. I do tend to follow Jamie Codd in these type of races. He does have a really good record in these races, known as the Codd Father. So we can see that everyone normally does back him. Auvergnat does look very overpriced to me. It's interesting to see a national horse in here as well, being Last Samurai as well, of course, along with Cause of Causes. So again, at 10-1, Last Samurai does look ridiculously overpriced as well. It's interesting to see, but like I say, this race should go the way of Ireland. It should go the way of JP McManus' own horse as well, and I think Cause of Causes will win the race just.